Hi everyone, it's Melissa Phillips and I'm here with a fun Make It Monday as summer is wrapping up. It might be kind of fun to do some summer boredom buster projects with your kids or your grandkids to help them pass the time before school starts. And so I've made some cute little mini notebooks using just a few paper tray ink supplies. I've chosen to use the chicken scratch gingham along with the vintage linens paper, and then you'll need a paper tray ink notepad and any of your favorite stamp sets. I've used the Monthly Moments Journal Card 1 and 2 to create these, and then of course any dies that you might want to use to embellish the top. So we'll just get started. Okay, so the first thing that I did was just select my patterns. And so from the Journal Card 1, I used the Chicken Scratch Gingham in this color. And then that will form your base. Okay, and then for your flap, choose something that's fun and coordinating. And I love the flap because it contrasts and adds a lot of the character. So I cut from my Journal Card 2 this cute little scalloped journal card, and that's going to form our flap. So from the first layer, you're going to trim off about 1/2 inch at the top. And then from your second layer, from your flap, you're going to fold over approximately 1.5 inches to form your flap. And I'll show you how that comes together. Okay, so I trimmed 1/2 inch off my first layer, Journal Card 1. And then I folded my Journal Card 2 over, and all I did was adhere it to the back of my Journal Card 1 and then fold it over like that. And that's as simple as it is. That's the base for our notebook. That's why this is such a fun project for your kids or your grandkids, because they come together quickly and easily. They can make them to share with friends, to keep for themselves, or to take to school and share them with their teacher. So the next thing you'll need is your notepad. And you're going to be able to get lots of use out of this because we're going to trim it, and you're not going to use the whole thing unless you'd like to. I used about 10 pages per notepad, so it's just up to you how many pages you want to stick in there. What I did was just line up the top edge with my flap and then make a cutting line, and then I'm going to cut right across there and then create a scalloped edge. I used my Journal Card 2 again to create my scalloped edge. You could leave them flat, or you could use your decorative scissors, whatever you want to do. Okay, this is how I trim up my bottom edges. My journal pad is ready now. I've got it cut so it'll fit right inside my notepad, but I want to create some scalloped edges at the bottom. So I'll take my Journal Card 2 die, I'll split my notepad in half just so that I can run it through my machine in a manageable way. Turn them upside down and just let that bottom edge hang over the die a little bit so it'll take off the flat edge and create some fun scallops. Okay, so here's all my layers cut, and kind of get them layered in there so that you see different layers of scallops. I like that. I'm picky about my details. Okay, so we'll snug it right up there against the top of our flap. Then you could adhere it if you wanted, but I just used my stapler, and I'm going to staple right in the center. And my notepad is complete. That's how quick and easy it is. So the next step is just to select your chosen stamp images and sentiments. You could stamp every page if you wanted. I just chose to do the top. just whatever you prefer. Okay, so I've chosen to use the Autumn Adornment stamp set, and I'm going to stamp across the bottom of my notepad in Aqua Mist. It's one of the beautiful flourishes from that stamp set. I am definitely in the mood for autumn. And then I'll add some accents using Pure Poppy. Maybe right here in the center. And that's probably all I'll do on this one, because those stamped images took up quite a bit of space, and if I were to add a sentiment, it would take up more space. So we will just leave it at that and go ahead and start embellishing the top. Okay, so to embellish the top of this, I've chosen to use my Beautiful Blooms 2 No. 1 die, and I'm going to just use my my Vintage Linens paper again. I like these paper pads because they make the coordinating of your project so easy. Whoops. Okay, I'm just going to adhere that right over the staple. And then my second layer. Okay, and then for the center, you can do anything. I've chosen to use just a little flower I had on hand, but these two are from the boutique and are just some resin flowers that you can use. You could use a button, whatever you choose. Okay, so we'll adhere that to the center, and then my leaves are cut from Simply Chartreuse Felt using the Heart to Heart No. 7 die. And I will just lift my petals a bit and tuck that under, and then that's it. Once the glue dries, I'll bend up my layers just a little bit to create some more depth and dimension. But that's it. You could give them away individually. They fit perfectly inside these cute tins from Paper Tray Ink, and give them away as a gift, maybe a set of them. Possibilities are endless, but such a fun little summertime project. And I can't wait to see how your notepads turn out. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I can't wait to see what you've created, so be sure you share. Thank you.